Hi, this is Sue Jackson of the Book by Book blog, and I'm here today with something different and fun, my birthday book haul. Now, my husband and I and our sons, we always give each other books for holidays. I just had my birthday last week, and my husband and I both tend to go a little overboard with gifts, but he really went overboard this year. Besides this huge stack of books here, he also got me a bunch of other gifts, and things kept arriving. He's very generous, and I just wanted to share with you very quickly the books that I received as gifts for this birthday. So first up, we've got We Are Never Meeting in Real Life by Samantha Irby. I mentioned to my husband that I have never read anything by Irby, but that I really wanted to because I've heard such great things about her essay collections. So I will definitely be reading this during Nonfiction November this year. Can't wait. Trust by Hernan Diaz was on my wish list. Besides the fact that it won the Pulitzer Prize and was longlisted for the Booker Prize, I actually got to meet the author last year. He was one of the authors for Booktopia, an event I go to in Vermont every May. And this book was his book selection for Booktopia last year. So the booksellers at Northshire Bookstore in Manchester, Vermont, usually choose like 7 to 8 authors to focus on their new releases. Well, this was his new release. It was one of the few that I didn't have a chance to read before Booktopia because it was coming out that weekend while we were there. And for whatever reason, I don't buy a whole lot of books for myself, for one thing. I didn't pick up a copy while I was there. Well then, of course, after Booktopia, once his book was released, all of my friends were talking about how great it was, and then it started winning all these awards. So yeah, I definitely chose the wrong one to skip last year. Very much looking forward to finally reading this. And I have been dying to read The Firekeeper's Daughter by Angeline Boulley. I've heard so many amazing things, and now the author has her second novel out, and I've been hearing amazing things about that. Really feel like I've been missing out. Now, despite the hype, I kind of skipped over this one when it first came out in 2021 because I heard it was fantasy, and that's not usually my favorite genre. But I have heard all the rave reviews. I've heard people who share my book taste, my reading taste, just saying how amazing it was. So I am very much looking forward to reading this one. And speaking of hot releases that I missed out on, ever since I heard that Gabrielle Zevin had a new novel out, I've been dying to read it. Of course, everyone's been talking about Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow for the past year or so. I loved Zevin's The Storied Life of A.J. Fikry, one of my top books. So, and I've heard everybody just say how amazing this book is. I can't wait to jump into this one. Here's one that I didn't specifically mention to my husband or put on my wish list, but he did a little detective work. On Mondays, in the blogging world, Monday is What Are You Reading Day. And every Monday I put my post up, and then I share it on Facebook, and all of my friends, say what they're reading. And I don't remember who it was, but one of my friends or family members said that they were reading Hang the Moon by Janet Walls, and I made the comment, oh, I really want to read that one. And my husband saw it and made a note of it. So that's a good gift giver, somebody who listens like that. I loved The Glass Castle and Half Broke Horses. I think we read both of those for book group. And so, when I heard she had a new book out, very interested in reading this one. I believe this is fiction. Yeah, It says a novel right there. So this one is fiction, and she's just such a good writer. I can't wait to read it. Anyone who watches my channel knows that I spent much of June and July reading Voyager by Diana Gabaldon. This is number 3 in the Outlander series. I love this series, and I don't read many series. I got through 870 pages, and my bookmark's still in it because I did not want to leave these characters, and I immediately started reading the excerpt from book 4 that was in the back. So my husband heard me raving about it, and so he picked up book 4 for me, Drums of Autumn. Now this is another giant book. And I warned him, I said, I may not get to this until Big Book Summer next year. But he said, that's fine. So let's see. Yeah, it's about the same size as Voyager. It's 880 pages. But wow, these books are just so incredible. And if I didn't have a whole stack of books waiting to be read, I would dive right into this. But I can wait. And then I got a couple of cookbooks for my birthday. I had asked for something for camping because we camp a lot. We've got a pop-up trailer. I'll show you a picture. And we always make the same stuff over and over when we've got our like go-to easy camping meals. Last year, or maybe the year before, my husband got me a really nice cast iron Dutch oven to use while camping. And we've only used it a couple of times. We made a soup in it one fall and another like casserole type dish. I was thrilled to get it, but I'm not sure exactly what to use it for while camping. Something that's nice and easy. So this is a Dutch oven cookbook for camping. And I'm very much looking forward to trying out some of these recipes. Not in the summer though. Dutch oven cooking is usually kind of cooler weather stuff. And finally, my younger son, who does not like to read, for the record, he grew up reading because we're all such big readers in the house, but he doesn't like to sit still that long. You know, when he was younger, we could find books that would keep his interest, but now that he's an adult, he has no interest in reading. But he knows I love it, and he very kindly goes out of his way to look for books that I'll enjoy. And for Christmas, he got me this cookbook, Keepers, by Kathy Brennan and Caroline Campion. He found it in our local indie bookstore. It's one that I had never heard of. I didn't ask for it, but he knows how I cook and what, you know, I like lots of fresh ingredients and simple recipes. And this is great. As you can see from the number of Post-its, I'm getting a lot of use out of it. So for my birthday, he went back to the indie bookstore and picked out another cookbook for me. Let's see, this is New West Cuisine. Fresh recipes from the Rocky Mountains. So this hits on two of my loves, cooking and travel. And it's a really cool cookbook. He explained this to me when I opened it up. It features all kinds of recipes from restaurants in the Rocky Mountain area. And since, well, we were caring for my father-in-law, and the pandemic happened. And so my husband and I haven't traveled very far from home in about 5 years or so. So we are very much looking forward to getting out on the road again next year for some longer distance trips. Would love to go back to the Rockies. And in the meantime, we can try some wonderful recipes from the restaurants out there. And then when we travel to those places, we can try the restaurants. That's a great 2-for-1 gift. So those are the books I got for my birthday this year. Yes, I am very fortunate to have such thoughtful family members. and I'm looking forward to all of these. Have you read any of my new birthday books? If you have, let me know in the comments down below which ones you think I should start with, what your favorites have been.